Hi guys, I want to talk today about what sucks your energy from you, and let's call it like black holes of the energy. Um, Now, first thing that it takes a lot of your energy, it's when you lie. Now, if you again, I'm gonna get to system vector of self-cognition, and if you checked one of my videos, anal vector person, they don't lie. So these people, they just can't lie naturally because they born to be teachers, and if they would lie, we wouldn't have this uh, great books that we have, libraries, all the knowledge that we have, because their role, it was to pass knowledge and experience. So those people are professors. They good in analytical things like uh, analytics, and now other person usually is dermal vector person that sometimes they lie. I mean, any other vector but anal. And if it's something really important, I'm not talking about small things, it's gonna suck all the time energy from you, because you need to remember what you told that person, your spouse, your partner, and you're always thinking about it, if they're gonna find out. And sometimes you're not gonna even able to focus on some more important things. It's gonna distract you from doing something great. Now, second thing is, it's actually critic, critics. Now, critics, especially self-critics, it's when you criticize everything and everybody, and especially when you criticize yourself, you take in all that positive energy. It just goes to that, you can say, black hole. Because, by the way, if that's really, if you pay attention that you criticizing everything around you, and in a bad way, like what kind of shit is this, and that person is a piece of shit, and that person is bad, and that's also anal vector person in his frustrations, in his psychosexual delays, and when he starts to criticize everything around him, the women, and bring all that dirt around, it's anal vector person. By the way, when anal vector child starts making some dirt, like his clothes always dirty, the food he eats, he mess it up, it's all dirty, the table all messed up. You need to pay attention in that. That's how it starts. That's where it starts from. And then they trying to experiment on flies, and cutting and ripping off their wings, and pulling off legs of the beetles. I mean, any anal vector child is doing that, but you need to pay attention, because if it's gonna have really large, big delays in psychosexual development, it's gonna start to pulling off legs from the cats and other pets. So you need to be careful with that, because it can bring it to big damage in eventually with in his society. It can develop to really something really bad. you can check also one of my videos. But this is all anal vector people usually. Now there is other vector people, they do criticize, but not that much as the anal vector person. Now sometimes it's good to comment something and criticize, but I think you need to have authority in this topic in order to criticize. I mean, if you're professor, doctor in psychology, then you easily can comment and criticize, I think, other psychologists, and if you really know the topic. If you worked all your life in a store and was selling tomatoes and potatoes, I mean, and nothing to do with the psychology, let's say, and you start to criticize what is this, what is that, then it's inappropriate, I think. Now another one, it sucks off your energy. It's actually let me see my notes here. It was borrowing. If you borrowing money or stuff that you're borrowing, and you owe something, you owe money, you owe somebody anything, usually, again, anal vector people, they're not gonna be comfortable. It's gonna, once they have birthday and you bring him $200 for his birthday, and if he knows he cannot afford the same, because anal vector people, they want everything equal, everybody should get the same, so they have like that issue with anal vector person. Now if that person is getting $200 on his birthday, then he thinks I have to give him also the same, so he's not gonna take $200, he's gonna take $100, because next time it comes to your birthday, you can only afford $100. That's anal vector people, and that's also big. Now the fourth one, I think, is the main one that sucks energy from every one of us, because every one of us has fears, and every time you have those fears and you try to block them, you try to if you're trying to accept it or block it with like alcohol or drugs, it's gonna develop in worser, and it's gonna damage your personality, psyche, and it's gonna be something really bad eventually. So in order, by the way, there is also a fear that not many people are talking about it. It's fears when you don't have enough knowledge, like people have phobias or fears getting the cancer, let's say, cancer. So, or audio vector people, sometimes they have fears of if they schizophrenic or something like that, and because of lack of knowledge, they have those fears. Fear is actually, if you don't know nothing about this topic, you're gonna have a lot of fears. Once you have more knowledge, some of your fears it's gonna destroy. Knowledge will destroy some of your fears. Not everything, because main fear is fear of death. We're gonna talk about that in another video, but if you wanna work with all this, how to get rid of all these issues that sucking off your energy, subscribe to my channel of self-vector of self-cognition, and I'm gonna explain you how to fight with that, how to get rid of these problems, fears, and all these other issues. Alright, see you next video. Take care.